Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com, and today we have probably the most important new bottle in Scotch single malt whisky in 2018. Yeah, why it's so important? Well, it's the new Macallan Triple Wood, 12 years of age, and this one was presented, well, just a few weeks ago, and it looks very much like the Fine Oak series with the light blue card box and this oval shaped bottle. It's not that thick as it is broad, and it changed here in the top where the 12 years label is placed on. It's a little sharp, it shows a V in it, but the rest, the label is as it was, and here the label on the card box as it was. There are small differences in detail. And here on the bottle it says triple cask matured, and below that very small fine oak. So there is a look back to the Fine Oak series, which was substituted by the 1824 series, which consists out of gold, amber, sienna and ruby. Those carried no age statement because Macallan had not enough whiskey for bottling, so they omitted the age statement and added younger whiskies. I found the amber, the sienna very good, and the ruby just excellent, but people asked for an age statement. The Fine Oak series got less and less, and there was a 12-year-old sherry cask matured on the market, but it grew in price. It rose steeply because all the Asians, they looked after that bottle, and well, the US as well, and the Europeans and the Central Europeans, well, they were left behind. Sorry, they had to re-import those bottles from outside, and prices rose like incredible, just up to 100. This one is priced around 75 euros, dollars, pounds, and I have no idea how the price will develop in the future. It's uncolored, as all Macallans are, but it's chill filtered. It's just 40% ABV, and it consists out of 3 casks. Macallan whiskey matured in 3 different casks. First is European oak, sherry seasoned, then American oak, sherry seasoned, and third is ex-bourbon cask from American white oak. So European oak is very intense and shows a lot of tannins if you mature for a longer time. The American white oak not. It's more elegant, it's more spicy, not bitter. So, and then we have the sherry in the European cask, the sherry in the American white oak cask, and on the other hand we have the ex-bourbon cask when no sherry was in before. 12 years of age, quite an age, and there had been an old still house at Macallan for a long time, and then I think in the 60s or 70s they built a new one in which there are 27, around that number. A very lot of stills are situated, all are very small, and this small whiskey leads to the special Macallan taste. The small stills lead to this special Macallan taste, and well, so they locked the old still house up and produced in the new one, and in 2008 the warehouses were so empty, not enough. The questioning for whiskey from all around the world was so high, so big, that they decided to open the old stillhouse again to produce more whiskey on site. And then they as well brought out the 1824 series without an age statement on it, so the stocks were able to mature longer, to stock up again, until now, where they are now able to reintroduce this 12-year-old. The new still, which was built, which was opened in this summer, I think. Somebody has been there from us, and we have some pictures. I don't know if I put it in the back because it's so blue and violet and pink, and so it was illuminated extremely. It was a big event, and I call this distillery a hobbit distillery because it has this swing in the roof, and the roof is covered by grass, so it's put into the landscape. And this is like the Hobbit village in New Zealand or remembers. There are huge windows where you can see the stills, and so, and now they're producing with 3 still houses with an awful lot of stills, and in the new one the stills are situated in a circle, so it looks great. Yeah, so there will be enough whiskey in the upcoming years, but it will take until 2030 until the first spirit with 12 years of age is matured from this new still house. So what we now see is whiskey from from the still house from the 60s, 70s, and the first whiskies from the still house, from the very old still house, where the stills was already still in. I visited it in 1994. Yeah, it's not smoky, of course not. Macallan does not produce smoked whiskey, and it's uncolored and shows, well, some sherry tones. There is sherry in it, but it's not that dark as a, say, a Sienna would be, or in 18 or 15 years of age. And even the 12-year-old sherry cask matured is a lot darker than this one. So there's a mixture between those casks, and the majority wouldn't be the ex-sherry casks. So the majority would be the ex-bourbon casks. This was the reason why the Fine Oak cask series was published, because they had a lot of ex-bourbon casks left over from famous grouse production, where Macallan is supplying malt whiskies to. And the sherry casks, which they used in the past exclusively for the Macallan single malts, they were less and less. So they said, well, we establish a new whiskey, the Fine Oak series, where we use as well the ex-bourbon cask. People said, no way, this will be the end of Macallan. Wow. But what happened? Sales grew a lot, and the Asians bought a lot, and America bought, everybody. So from year to year they were able to increase the sales, and the warehouses less and less, and now they build a new still. Unfortunately, the company, the Eddington Group, had to de-invest from other distilleries, because they are a charity trust, the Robertson Trust. They own the Eddington Group, and I think they are not able to get or to take loans. Yeah, I think not, because they are charity, and they have they give loans out to students. Yeah, students, I think. Fruity, complex, citrus notes, a vanilla note, fruitiness, melon, a little exotic. In the back there's some oak already showing through. 12 years of age in European oak casks will deliver, of course, some spiciness. And probably very little nutmeg. Yeah. Very welcoming. The 40% ABV is not too strong, not biting your tongue or your mouth, and sweetness all around. Fruity melon, exotic fruit like probably papaya, and some fresh oak, but not bitter. It's not too bitter, probably a little bit of chocolate in the back, and there's some spiciness, oak in the front, American white oak, which vanishes. This is I call it always an elegant whiskey. It's well sipping, it's dangerously sipping because you want to have more, because the mouthfeel is so wonderful. And shows some age already, yeah, 12 years of age. And it's comparable to a 1824 series amber. Yeah, probably, from the amount of sherry in it. There are darker fruit now. And more vanilla, more oakiness. The more you smell on it, the more you have in your mouth, the more intense it becomes, of course. Yeah, very good. I like that. What you will see in the next weeks or month, there's a 15-year of age in this triple cask series, as well as an 18-year-old. And I'm very, very eager to have those here in my cask as well, because they will be, well, for the next decade, half a dozen years, the future of Macallan. Yeah, the amount of whiskey is already there. Have a look at those bottles. They're not that cheap, but they're good. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. There's more to come.